What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott. And first off, I want to apologize for this haircut. It was not supposed to be this short on the sides, but hey, you know, who knows, whatever, right? Or this short on the top, whatever. Anyway, right? It happens. Now you just see my big ears. As you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about guys who come in and out of your lives, why they do it, and what to do about it, okay? So if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Just click the red button below. I'll love you forever and ever and ever. And if you want to get a phone session with me, description, right? It's in the description along with my ebooks. That would tell you everything you need to know about men. So here's the thing, okay? The reason I'm bringing this up is because I had a client who had a situation, she's probably gonna watch this video, right? Who had a situation where the guy and her had been on and off for several years. And the guy's 23, so that kind of explains a lot. But the guy would come into her life, they'll date a while, and then he'll make an excuse, which usually he says something with personalities, you know, they just don't click and stuff like that. He'll leave for about 6 months, then he'll come back, and he said he did this like 3 or 4 times, right, with like a 6-month gap in between. And she's asking me, why is he doing it? What do I do about it? And things like that. So here's the thing, okay? I'm going to first off tell you why he's doing it, and you can kind of adapt it to your own situation or story. In her situation, I think the guy wanted the best of both worlds. From everything she was telling me, the guy wanted the best of both worlds, and he wanted he liked the idea of using her as an insurance policy, okay? And what I mean by that is, usually what would happen is the guy will talk to her for X amount of reasons, right? Not usually the reason of, I want a relationship, but for the most part, he will do it because he wanted attention, sex, comfort, stability, and those kind of things with her. However, when he got it, he saw the grass as greener on the other side of being single. So he wanted to be single, he wanted to have his freedom, so he would give her whatever excuse it is and tell her, you know, our personalities just aren't clicking, blah, blah, blah. Then he'll leave her and go be free for 6 months. Then he'll come, you know, then when he realizes, and this is what happens to a lot of guys, this is why a lot of guys orbit. They'll be gone for 6 months and they'll realize, oh man, it's not what I thought it was. You know, I wanted to talk to all these women, I like the free life, but you know, I can't get the women, or it's not what I thought it was, or I'm bored, or no women like, whatever. And he wants to boost his ego again, get that comfort, you know, sex, something kind of on, you know, on the call, right? Which sounds horrible, but it's kind of true. So you know, the guy will come back around and tell you what you want to hear. You'll fall for it, and he'll take you back, or you'll take him back. Okay. So usually guys come back around because women are insurance policies, or he treats the girl as an insurance policy. He knows you'll take him back, and when he does, he gets that little ego boost again, and then he leaves. And this was kind of happening to her. And she's like, well, how do I fix this then? And here's how you fix it, ladies. You don't fucking take them back in the first place. Let me give you an analogy, okay? Well, first off, let me ask you, would a high value woman, a woman who sees herself as high value, would she take that kind of shit? Fuck no. She'll say, nice try, dude. Like, you ain't gonna pull that shit on me. Seriously, like a high value woman say, nice fucking try at that. You ain't gonna pull that on me, dude. No, not gonna happen. And the analogy I like to use all the time is a product on the shelf, okay? So think of it like this. Let me park real fast. I'm a horrible parker. I'm probably gonna hit something. Already hit a couple dogs on this drive. But so here's the thing. Here's a great analogy I use. Okay? Think of yourself as a product on the shelf. And he goes in kind of hesitant, aka hesitant about a relationship. He goes into the store thinking, you know, do I want this? Do I want this? Well, he sees the product on the shelf. He sees a bunch of them. Okay? There's a bunch of them still there. And he's thinking, you know, I want this, but I'm not sure. He grabs it, he's filling it out, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna wait on this. I'm gonna wait. And the reason I'm gonna wait is because, you know, I want to be sure about it. And it's not like it's going anywhere. There's a bunch of them on the shelf. No one's buying. It's going to be here tomorrow. So what he usually does is leave, aka orbit. And whenever he comes back, he's like, see, told you, it's right here on the shelf. Okay. Now that's a problem. What you want to be is the high value woman who is, again, this would be product B. It would be on the shelf. There would not be a lot there. It would be in very high demand. It's rare. It's exclusive. And he's there with it in his hand. He's like, I got to buy this shit now, because if I don't, I'm not going to get it later on. It's going to be gone if I come back tomorrow. You know, it's not an ultimatum, but it's an incentive. Like, there's pressure. There's a countdown. It's like, dude, you got to make the decision now. It's right here. If you want it, get it. If you don't, then you're going to lose out on it. You have to have a guy feel like it's an all or nothing approach. Okay. It's like, dude, you're either going to commit now. Now, I'm not saying give him an ultimatum. I'm not saying pressure him, and that's not what I'm saying. You just have to come off as high value. A woman who keeps a guy coming in and out of her life, I always tell women, you can't get mad at the guy for treating you like that, because they treat you like that because, one, you let them, and two, they think they can get away with it. There's no discipline of him coming in and out of your life, of you treating him like that because you like him. Women always lower their barrier of entry and lower their standards to keep a guy in their life. So with my client, I was telling her that. I was like, the reason he's doing it is because, one, he's 23-year-old immature guy who doesn't know what he wants, and he keeps on jumping back and forth because he wants the best of both worlds. But the reason he's doing it successfully is because of her. You can't get mad at a crack addict, you know. Like, if you're a mom and your son's a crack addict, you can't get mad at the crack addict when he's begging you for money for crack and then you give him money for crack, right? You can't get mad at him. This is kind of the same thing. What he's doing is wrong, but you're enforcing it. You can't get mad at a guy for treating you the way he's treating you if you're letting him. Again, if you're letting him. If he's just a piece of shit, then he's a piece of shit. But if you're going to let this orbiter in and out of your life all the time, he's conditioned to think, well, I can go out and leave and do whatever I want because, you know what? She's going to take me back. She always does. There's no discipline for his actions. You have to have a discipline, okay? That's how you keep guys from entering in and out of your life. But women don't like that because it's kind of an ultimatum for themselves. They think, well, if I do that and he doesn't like it, then he's going to leave, or I might lose them altogether. Well, honey, there you go. Welcome to life. That's just how it is sometimes, okay? Sometimes the guy just doesn't like you and you have to draw a line in the sand and say, dude, this is how it's going to be. And if he follows through with it, great. He probably likes you. If not, then you got to cut him loose, okay? So with that being said, ladies, that's the reason guys go in and out of your life. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Just click the red button below. I'll love you forever, and peace.